Hello, this is ametamartha with Collection Ascension. This is going to be the new moon reading for April 30th through to the first quarter moon on May 8th. I ask the higher realms and guides to offer me clear messages for the collective in order for me to relay these messages and receive the most beneficial story to share regarding what is to come. Thank you. Oh, okay. I feel as though we are on the precipice of a wish fulfillment, being able to access the things that we have been trying to put into work or, make something physical out of. For a while now, the processing of something that we are trying to see become physical in our lives, and we're just not quite there yet. We are right there, because with our star card in reverse, but then also these pairings of the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Swords is a court card of the Swords suit, who is just two steps away, or one, I guess technically, one step away from a restart. So right now we are learning how to continue to nurture this idea that we want to see come into fruition, and are allowing ourselves to connect to higher realms here with this bird flying right over her head, which the birds, they are messengers that connect the crown chakra to the spirit realm. And also on her crown she has these transformative butterflies here. So it's like we are learning still. We are in the process of learning, and I think it's going to take, sometimes I don't often put this kind of predictability into things, but I said that just at 333, which is keeping faith and optimism. So as we go through this process and we keep our faith in the optimistic outlook of what we're trying to achieve, it's going to take us just one cycle. Look at this, like moon and moon. So we're at the new moon now. Then what comes is the waxing crescent, the first quarter moon, then the and then the waning crescent, and then the full moon. Maybe that's the opposite. I'm not sure. Hang on. Yeah, no, I guess it would still be the waxing crescent, and then the full moon, and then the last quarter moon, and then the waning crescent. Either way, it's going to take us a cycle to get there. And then we will start to, continue to upgrade from the queen to the king. We're going to learn how to get a little bit more personal control and strength of our situation, and have our own say on how things go about. I'm sorry. My cat is right here. Hello, baby. Okay. Cats, I read something recently that cats are able to see the etheric field. Who knows how people get this type of information, so, I don't know. But they purr to, what is the word? Neutralize negative energy. And, the way that cats have such a playful nature and also have, their own superstition on being able to be very regenerative, very resilient with the whole 9 lives thing. I think that, as we are able to process through these lower vibrational cycles in our life, these waiting periods, we are able to access things in our own personal experience that can help us to go through these cycles and neutralize our own negative energy, learning how to do things that help us compete with the stagnance, and continue to move forward as we are making that progression to a new. And, hey kitty, please stop. With so many reversals here. Are you gonna come? Okay. This is Fern. What's up? What are you trying to tell me? Sorry about that. I feel like even just this interaction, I'm trying to accomplish something. Do not. I'm trying to do something, trying to get something done. And there's a pause. Let's not allow the time period it takes to shift from the Queen of Swords to the King of Swords to the Ace of Swords. Sir, as multiple things come up in the coming weeks that need to be transmuted and just taken some time with, let's practice allowing those things to create opportunity for practicing how to process negative vibrational experience with gratitude and optimism and, just a thankful heart for the opportunity, instead of allowing ourselves to feel stuck in that stagnance or disrupt. Because what is to come is a lot of powerful energy, and I think what we are being asked to do right now is to allow ourselves to continue to imagine the things that we want and refining the outcome that we seek. Because when we start this new cycle and start to see things coming in, it's more like the floodgates being opened, not so much as just like, a single file line, because we have the 6 of Cups and the King of Pentacles here. And with these cards in reverse, we're, like I said, not quite there yet. And then also the World, but uprighting them, The Six of Cups is having a surplus of, abundance and like a renewal of your zest for life. You're wanting to share all of the blossoming things that you have going on, and you're able to look at life through a more childlike, like the childlike wonder. And with the King of Pentacles, he is the master manifester. He knows that when he puts his mind to something, he can see it come into fruition because he has discipline and self-control to know what kind of seeds he's wanting to plant in his experience in order to see that grow and it be the outcome that he was wanting. And then also with the World here, we have just a whole new concept of life to be granted to us if we just perceive it in that way. So maybe this time is not actually stagnance, but a time of refining our perspective, because we also now have the Five of Wands, Judgment, and the Hierophant in reverse. Because see, maybe there's an opportunity or a crossroads here that if we do not take up this opportunity to put the extra time in, then we will be faced with some conflicts, or even maybe in this time period we will be faced with conflicts, and it really has to do with the way that we are going to engage with those things. Are we going to battle and fight, or are we going to trust and believe that we can... I'm sorry. Are we going to fight the obstacles? Are we going to see it as an opportunity to be redirected? And this process is going to help us to learn how to access our wisdom through the practice itself by uprighting this Hierophant. Because without it, we cannot actually become this character or archetype. We need the experience in order to cultivate everything that's before us and use it as materials for our own development. What is this Five of Wands about, please? Thank you. The Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so it's just neat, again, a shift in perspective. With the Hangman being in reverse, it means that we do not have a consequence. Upright and traditionally, it's having to gain perspective because of a consequence of an action. So it's like learning something from that experience also. But with it in reverse coming out to clarify the Five of Wands, that is literally just a test of the establishment of a new way of being. If something comes up in the present that in the past would have caused conflict and stress and confusion, now we have gained the perspective on how to engage with these types of interactions and more positively respond so that we can use a more innocent approach instead of placing judgment on it. What is to come with the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the World here for the collective? I know each of us individually have different wishes that we want to see fulfilled for ourselves personally based on our own purpose and calling, but as a whole, what are we right next to? seeing how the fruits of our labor can shift our reality from someone who has had to fight. I'm going to repeat something I said the other day. Someone who had to learn how to survive to somebody who is now being asked to live. We're coming out of survival mode energy because we've been putting the work in to realize and embody the divinity within us so that we are not going through life being stuck in the belly of a machine that we are trapped in forever, and realizing that we're actually the creator of our own damn experience and it's our responsibility. And we are fully capable of doing that. And we also have the Ace of Wands at the bottom here, so that's more progression with, swords and wands. We are closer to embodying the manifestation of our intuitive, deeper knowing of what we are going to have in life. So maybe this is like the calling and connectivity to our passion, but this is like we need to really refine the way that we want to see it come into fruition for us, because our guides and angels are really just right there waiting for us to ask for a specific outcome so that they can prove how powerful we are to ourselves. Like if you have something that you need to come into the third dimension for you, ask for that outcome with something specific to your situation attached to it as a evidence and proof that you tapped into something higher than yourself and it answered. Now I'm gonna get into some oracle cards. This is from the Asking Your Guides book. It's about how to communicate with the universe and kind of just gather information regarding which types of guides and spirits are around you so that you know what is interacting with you at this time. And we're going to ask which guides are around us and want to aid and assist in this transition for us. That is good. We have I love doing this. We have new beginnings with the Divine Father and appreciation with the Divine Helper. So look, God just opened the door for us, huh? Like I said, we just have to ask. And then also, again, like I said, what kind of seeds do we want to sow? What do we want to harvest for ourselves in our lives? And look at the hands down. It's the same, guides helping, or, Now I'm going to read from the book just to get some real clarity on what these mean. New beginnings, Divine Father, courage, desire, initiation, and creativity. The spark of life from your Divine Father is igniting your imagination, stirring your creative genius, and instilling in you a strong desire to bring about change. Now is the perfect time for you to act upon your impulses and initiate new beginnings, especially in those areas of your life that leave you presently dissatisfied. And this card is 11 and it's on page 22. So 1122 is a synchronicity of just also like new beginnings and thinking about what it is that you want. I also want to just look into that for a verbatim, because I've been seeing that one lately. Oneness, connection, and completion. Of freaking course it is. Your angels are acknowledging that your spiritual growth and awakening is occurring. They are showing you that you're on the right path to knowing yourself and others more deeply. Cool beans. Trust your desire for change and ask the Divine Father to give you courage to initiate it. Commit to your unique new ideas. Start writing that book you've been thinking about. Open that business you're secretly desiring for so long. Or break the ice in that new relationship with someone you've held back from. The Divine Father encourages you to act with confidence. All elements of your success are in place. Don't hesitate, don't think, don't play it safe. Take a leap of faith and commit fully to what you really want. And your Divine Father's message to you is just go for it. You cannot fail. Wow. We also have appreciation with the divine helpers, family, collective, society, and community. Now is an important time to contemplate your place in the world. Pay attention to your influence on others and note that you are part of a big community. Recognize your interactions with those around you and respect the fact that no matter how well you may succeed on your own, you must still depend on others in myriad ways for your comfort and security. You're aware of this every time you switch on the light and enjoy instant electricity, or turn on a faucet and have clean drinking water at your disposal. Your divine helpers are present to remind you to appreciate your fellow human beings and take nothing for granted. Recognize your need for others and the unspoken gifts they share with you. Move beyond your self-interest right now and participate in a common effort. Ask yourself how you might contribute to the greater good. Your divine helper's message is be responsible for your part of the great scheme of things. You know, manifestation often goes hand in hand with surrender. And by often, I mean does. And putting out the energy of I want this thing actually translates to the universal language as I want to want it. And so when we use appreciation for what we have, instant electricity, water from a faucet, all the little things, when we have appreciation for what is currently happening and what we are currently experiencing, then that opens up the gateway for these new things to come in, because you are not in a state of lack at all with the idea that you want this thing to come into fruition. You're focusing on what you have, and then having that mindset is not I want, but I have, and then you start to magnetize the things that you do have in the future as well. So we are accessing a brand new beginning of just seeing things come into fruition for us that puts us on the footpath of our destiny. And as long as we see it that way and choose to engage in it, we will continue to see it unfold before us as we are accessing it in real time. So I hope this reading helped, and I have faith in the optimism of the collective, and I am excited to see what this new lunar cycle brings for us. I'm going to try to get better at reestablishing my routine of posting every week, and I will hopefully see you on the first quarter moon. Thank you.